looks like to pull the wool over SK Gaming's eyes.
Fallen going to take that fight pretty much 100% of the time. Fadeaway shot on Glaive as he rounds the corner will make it a 10th round for the Brazilian side. I mean, everybody's hoping that this is just a taste of what we'll get in the playoffs. You know, you want to see these two teams face off in the arena, be it in the quarterfinals, semifinals, grand finals. Like, you want the full audience there. Right now, Astralis is certainly getting a bit of a wake-up call, saying SK Gaming, they are absolutely ready for this kind of battle. 13th round here. This is a remarkable performance from them. Now, what can SK or what can Astralis do to bring this one back? They've still played, I would say, a fairly timid brand of Counter-Strike on the Danish side. There haven't been that many opportunities for adventure. I've seen a couple of fights at Top Banana that some of the time have worked out for them, but certainly there are other opportunities. See how they're pretty much just blowing out all of apartments here. So Astralis don't feel like trying anything there, but I still think the late retake of Top Banana is at least one model to work with.
Well, Fallen's got the angle. We saw him pick up a shot here last time he had this. Step too far in the wrong direction. No, they still got some time to maneuver here, though. 40 seconds left on the clock for SK Gaming.
This is so important. The focus on Fallen. Kjaerbye missing the opportunity he had. The sight on Kjaerbye now. They're ready to pounce on the bomb side. The rotation is coming, but it's miles away. And Glaive going down is an absolute disaster. Dupree, the last on the side. Pistols out instead. Fur right in front. He actually hits the headshot. Now he's trying to buy more time, but oh no! The smoke goes too far! And he's going to be crisped by Fallen. Device missing the chance, and he might not get a second chance either. Now all they have to do is case buy time here. Astralis are in a lot of trouble. Do they fight for this, or do they just save the rifles and try and make it back later on? There was a bit of a gap there. Sip picking up a kill on Phelps. It might just still be doable. I'm worried about the fact that Cold Zero is alive and Fallen is the other player. How do you break this 2v2? Cold Zero hitting on one, the headshot, and one more to come. Taking down the last two players. What a brutal turn of events. Cold Zero now 18 kills and just 3 deaths. Can anyone stop this man?
Nobody from Denmark, it would appear.
Not at the moment. This is out of control, isn't it?
He's far too good right now, but he's getting the setups as well. The prime position in Graveyard, which is so difficult to deal with. And, well, you got to give it to Dupree. He certainly put up a fight here. But you're right.
Oh, that
there was a flash. Exactly. Yeah. He was just screwed.
I thought it was a smoke, actually, so that wouldn't have helped him at all.
No.
Would have made his death more glorious, maybe, the flashbang.
But he just didn't want to see it coming, you know?
Yeah, just blind to it. Oh, well, oh, well.
Great plant by any stretch. But they have the bomb site now, and it's on Astralis to actually get the drop. Kjaerbye finds Fallen looking the wrong way. The Device is still here. He will find the shot on Phelps eventually, and so a man advantage now for Astralis. Device has found an AWP. Point blank, here's the chance, and it's not going to happen because Fur's going to be able to... What? How does Fur miss that shot? Device is at 11 HP. That was one bullet.
Yeah, it really would have been. Sip is actually going to try and fight for it. They don't have a kill, so they can't really buy any time at all. Sip with the headshot on. Cold in the corner as the final raid box, and every single time in this game, he's just making it work. Another double to him.
He just tagged him too.
I love it. This is amazing. That's 20 kills for Cold Zero in the first half of the game. Please. Please.
All he needed to do was like air horns and a teabag there, and that would have been the ultimate. How Cold. 3 big clutches for Cold as well. Although, in the last one, he was set up with the flash, admittedly, from his teammate, and so life was made a little easier for him. But there, that was the shot he had to hit in order to shatter Astralis. It is going to be the buy from Astralis. That was an eco round after all, but it's 12-2 T-side for SK Gaming. A fully bought up SK as well. And once again, for very quick to move into apartments.
So much time, and there is a bit of a setup here for Astralis to try and control Banana for a moment. That smoke, no one is going to try and challenge it. I was wondering, because as soon as they throw the Molotov, could be incentivized to try and just run through and see if you can catch anybody, but SK are going to respect it. Trying with some wall. Oh my god, that actually connects with Glaive on the other side. An absolute disaster, and the Molotov to follow. It doesn't bounce off the wall, so they can still stick around, but there's 3 people for SK on the other side. They have to win this Astralis. I mean, 2 rounds is nowhere near enough. 3, still not great, but at least you've given yourself a bit of a chance. The boost on top of the wall to take down Glaive. And now snuck in all the way towards quarters further to take down Dupree. Astralis are so far back on the map, they just have no idea what's happening, and SK are sneaking in through the cracks. It's a masterful first half here for SK Gaming.
All right, Fallen. We saw a lot of that versus Penta yesterday. Just the wall bank to top banana repeatedly. He doesn't care if you know he's there. He's still just going to put the shots through and try to get the timing right. Right on the edge of the smoke, though. He's walking up, scopes. Does he spot the man? Yes, he does. Hits the shot. And Colt is there. He's got his back. Not a chance here for Astralis. Device is the man holding, but Colt obliterates him again. And it's all on Zipnix. 1v5. This is a tall order here for the Dane. It's not looking too hot. They know where he is, and it's only a matter of time until Taco or Phelps, in this case, finds the shot. 13-2 at the end of the first half, and that was total and utter domination.
I mean, mother of God, he's dropped 23 kills in just 3 deaths. Cold Sierra. He's gunning for a group stage record right now in terms of kill death ratio. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but he's got to be close. Like, this is completely obscene. And you're right to say, I mean, it's true, Cold Sierra's had a lot of setups for his team, but this is still just remarkable. The parkour right onto the hay cart for the headshot on the final player on the site. What a brutal way to get started here. A wake-up call for Astralis, a sign for everybody else in the tournament that SK are not going to let this one go. They're certainly going to make the playoffs, and they want to keep going as well. 13-2 here. Of course, this is only going to be their second win in the group stage, but still a remarkable form that they're in right now.
Oh yeah, and if you're just you know, dumpstering Astralis like this in your second game, you're going to be up 2-0. Whoever faces you in that 2-0 bracket, they're not going to be too happy to draw that team. It's going to be Phelps holding close. The splash is not effective. It's on Fur now to bring it back, but that's not going to happen. Device, 2 headshots picked up, 1 for Kevi, 1 for Device, and a B site that could have been swarmed there by Astralis, but they're a bit too far back in Banana, playing a little bit too passively, and that gives them some room to work with here. Fallen finds Glaive.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of damage to Taco over at the pit position, so I think intentionally Astralis don't want to rush into any kind of madness here. Fallen close, tapping with the USP, trying to fall back, and he's going to get overrun. Kebu finding the second kill here. Great work on him now. 2 versus 4. I say this with a bit of hesitation. Surely Astralis can win this round.
What's going to be fun to see is whether Astralis can win the next one.
That too.
That's the trend. It looks like SK won the first half pistol on the T side, made it look easy, and, well, Astralis are giving them a bit of a show here on the B side as well. Every shot connects. Kirby with the 2 kills. It was Glaive who missed out on the party there. No chance to pad his stats. But now, we'll see. SK, they lost the follow-up round in the first half. Now it's up to us, you know, a little bit of pressure here on Astralis. And I love this from Astralis. What a statement. You know, we know that you're going to be going for the Force, SK Gaming, so what are we going to do? We're actually just going to fully invest in nades and roast you out. Have the nade superiority and make that the game plan here in this round.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea at all.
Jesus.
So many corners on Inferno that you have to check. Just taking top banana is one of them, but even going onto the B bomb side, or if you're going arch instead, you need to be able to bomb out all of those positions so that you don't run into anything close like this. A bit scary, moment of pure panic for Sip there.
Yeah, that was bizarre. Taco only connecting with the 1. Device hitting one hell of a nade, though. Down to 43 HP, max nade right in the face for him. That's never pleasant. And that would soften him up. You see, Taco wishes now that he had run into Device after he ate that nade. Life would have been that much easier.
Smoke, flash, and more flashes coming through. Phelps, good position, but the jump in from Kev is so hard to deal with if you got that C-set 75. Cold just managed to swap positions with the rest of the Astralis team that were coming in through the apartments, so that's a bit odd. Him and Fur, though, I think exit kills are the best you can hope for in a round like this. Astralis doing a very respectable job here at the beginning of the second half, and I mean, if they want any chance at some sort of miracle comeback, they have to.
No, they have to exactly get that very strong start, build that strong economy. You're getting kills with UMPs. Fantastic. The big flop. You're going to get a whole lot of money in the bank. Dupree finds a kill of his own. Only $600 goes into his pocket, and it will continue that way. Seeing as how SK Gaming, with the force in this round, they won't be able to force up in this one here. Or if they did, that would be a hugely risky play to go for. Instead, it's Taco and Fallen managing their economy, and so it makes you think double up. Could be in the cards. And Cold Zero will be the one to invest the $200 in the flash grenade. So hard you go apart from that flash, and let's see what kind of setup SK Gaming have here to use that. That one nade could make a world of difference.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping that it would be like a 5-man stack or something. Seems like that's not quite the case. Already a lot of top banana control here for the Astralis team. Highly likely that this will be 13-5. Which is not that much comfort again if you're Astralis. The road back is just so far right now. But again, there is this returning problem for any CT side on this map, which is how do you actually hold the bomb sites? How do you get the information to know where to put your players? And it's definitely not easy.
Kirby doesn't check the boost. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He doesn't pre-aim the boost. He just kind of scrolled across. So that could be a little... I mean, obviously SK have no way of knowing that, but I mean... If they do decide to go for the boost later on here, SK, that could be something that perhaps catches them off guard if KRB's leading the way again. Interesting.
Something that, now that we're talking about that position, which is still to this day called new boxes, I always wonder why don't people just Molotov it? It's easy Molotov you can land that even land on top of the box. So it actually lands on top of the boost and it spills down behind. And they're not really that difficult to throw, so... Seems like that's gone a bit out of style.
Jesus, this is where I really kind of... I wish if you're Hardy going like this, that you're actually just trying to save. Because literally they're just running around with UMPs. You're just basically injecting steroids into Astralis' economy by just running in here. You're going to make, what, $300 with the kill with the USP? Every time they get a kill with the UMP, that's just more money that you're going to have to deal with later on in the half.
And they're going to swap out immediately for all the AKs here.
Oh, no double AWP. Instead, it's Taco. Okay, he'll have the kit. That's where that money's gone.
You have to look forward to seeing Fallen open again. We talked about Kenny in the last game being good at sort of the close combat opening, or combat opening, I think as Chad has been calling it. But Fallen, I think, is an absolute champion as well. I love watching him play close quarters with this particular gun. Maybe we'll get a chance to see why. He's actually going to hit that shot and trying to fall back around the corner. Didn't quite take the other nice little speed behind it. Taco running gun against Sip. He's going to go down with the free with a kill on Cold Zero. And that is the big man getting taken down. Every time you take out Cold Zero in this best of one, you've done a good job.
That's just some big man gaming here from Astralis as well. That was impressive. We'll just run straight up to top mid. No flashes, no nothing. Fallen is going to be kicking himself that he missed those two shots. That could have been completely destructive to Astralis' strategy. Instead, it will be Kirby catching Phelps. And the man advantage now, making this retake very difficult here for SK Gaming. So many angles to worry about. And sure enough, they're just going to back off and save the guns. He is on the hunt, but Fallen does not want to risk this AWP. But that was just... sometimes you still wish that you could draw on the map, right, you know, as a commentator. But just to run straight up, rush short on A, and plow through no matter what, that's quite the call coming in from Glaive.
Yeah, he knew that was their first buy round, and probably just saying, listen, if we're going to have to make them respect us here, and this is the first chance they have rifles, so make sure this becomes really not a good round for them. They're doing a great job holding onto the rifles and making it a bit more expensive for Astralis, but still probably...
survives on 1 HP.
Fully calculated, man. He knew that.
He knew that.
A little pocket calculator out saying how many yards the bomb's on, how much damage per yard. I've got it. I'm fine. Well then. 13-6 is the scoreline. Still a fairly huge gap between the 2 7 rounds, in fact. But it's absolutely surmountable here for Astralis. You can actually close it. You can still make this work. In very much the same way as SK did. I mean, the one feature of Astralis CT side is that they did not have money for anything. So that's the first step. Oh, he sees the top of the head and almost could have got that kill. That would have been a great way to get started.
Still with such an aggressive position, stacked no less. you're running a huge risk if you're SK Gamer at that point, because it's such a common HE to throw right there on that corner. A couple of HEs in there, you could just be sight wide open. That would be a disaster. But it's not the case, and they do survive. And SK with the force, the 2 UMPs on Phelps and coldzera, and we'll see what they'll be capable of with here, as it is going to be Astralis looking to change up the pace here towards the B site this time.
Oh, that's so incredibly risky if you're Fallen. He was wondering if he should flash himself in to retake the position, but didn't really feel comfortable now. Couple of counter grenades coming out. Glaive wants to edge his way in. He sees just a hand, enough for the Molotov, and he knows Fallen gonna have a hard time coming through. He gets the kill and escapes back for the smoke. Unbelievable play from Fallen. That might just have been enough here. Now there's only 40 seconds in this 4 versus 5. How does he get away with it? Why is no one able to punish it? Everyone looking at the back of the bomb site, and Fur, who was supposed to be Molotov to his death, is now still living, and the whole SK team have shown up. They're all, well, at least 3 of them in position here, the rest close by as well. Fur goes down to device, Fallen again, smoked off, and surely this time they're going to deny him the chance to get another kill. Maybe Astralis have found a way to make it through. The bomb is going to be going down, and a kill on Fallen. It's a big step in the right direction. Device doing more work, taking down Phelps, and surely just back off and save this. Don't take this fight.
He's got this. He has every amount of faith in his ability to hit the shots. Because his team, he already knows that they've got this on lock. That the AWP will be saved if he were to die. Instead, he wants to get that ice. Can he get it? Cold! Cold is just trying to keep him on this side as long as possible. Because now Device is the only one over here, but his teammate is rotating over, and sure enough, Cold! What a beast, what a monster. He's cost them the op, and he's going to go even further. Takes the headshot on Kirby too, and Astralis, what was supposed to be a perfect round for you, and can he actually get in here and get the AWP off Device? Unbelievable. Cold is so next level.
It's just madness, isn't it?
That is getting the most out of a horrible situation.
I mean, it speaks to the depth of talent. Just in this one game, these 10 players, you give any one of them a chance to do something and they'll crack it wide open. This is unbelievable. Yeah. Quad kill for Device in this round. I mean, I would actually say this fight against Taco is too much. Like, don't do that, but it does work out just fine. He gets the kill. 7-13 now, 6-round difference. Double up on SK's side, and then supplied by a bit of, just a bit of pistols here and there. Strange round here. Obviously saved one of them, but still.
Yeah, the dog thinks it's strange too. It's already growling.
Yes, indeed.
What I'm wondering about here... I mean, they've split up the AWPs, and Cold is in a one-and-done spot with his op. So, I mean, Action Taco, sure enough. And the instant headshot on Zipnix. At that range, down to 19 HP. Unbelievable. Well, actually, it is easy to believe, but there you go. That's the fact of it. The matter is that Zipnix now is going to be just a little bit more careful when it comes to pushing onto the site. His mates are going to have to back him up, and we'll see. Can they actually get in position to take advantage of the AWP, because Cold is still alive? Taco wins the duel versus Zipnix eventually, but Arch is open, and that opens up Fallen to getting flanked here by Kirby or Glaive, both. Doesn't matter. Fallen hits the shot.
A lot of trouble here. Taco actually pushed through the smoke in apartments to get that kill on Zip as well. That's incredibly bold. I think the only chance here is actually for Glaive to open it up. He's the one who's deep in the bomb site. He needs to get a kill on someone before the rest start to come out. There's one grenade coming in. Glaive almost has to be the linchpin here. Fallen is so close. If they get this kill, that's all they need. So grenades are out. Glaive, there's the kill on one. Going for a second, could be it. Takes down Phelps as well. He's opened it up, and Taco gets completely jumped on, crushed by debris. And that will leave coldzera at the back of the site. Never underestimate this man. He's going to get the headshot on Device. 10 seconds left. Dupree will take him down. Still makes it a 1 versus 1 with 8 seconds left. What? Fakes the bomb. Dupree, he's just waiting for it. Now he's got no time. Oh my god! He was sure Fur was right next to him. That's a round for SK. An absolute frustration for Dupree. He was so sure he would do it right there.
I gotta walk a little bit. Oh,
well, it actually, in a lot of ways, it makes perfect sense, because if Fur is right next to him and he plants, even if it's default or inside the site, doesn't really matter. If Fur is right there with 8 seconds, he can't fake it. So then he has to go for the full plant, and he could die immediately. So I don't know, it's a bit of a coin flip in that situation. That's so hard. It is really hard to watch, obviously, at that point in the game, having done all of that. That might have been the last straw for Astralis. They have some money, but not a lot in this round, and SK Gaming, no. 2 more rounds.
Life isn't fair sometimes, Anders, right? You know,
Most of the time.
Everybody, you know, doing their part. You've got to be thinking like you actually found a way in a 3v5 to get back in and win the round, and then to lose in that fashion, that's painful. And while they don't have a whole lot of mistakes that they can make here, Astralis, 14-7, SK Gaming, they get a new lease on life. Now they have the AWP saved up. They have the rifles. And it's Astralis who are on the back foot, because if Astralis lose this round, they're going to be forcing. And that could be SK Gaming taking this win here versus the Danes. Right through the...
Oh, Fur does go down, but Fallen hiding behind. What a great setup there. 3 versus 4. Still not the end of the world here for Astralis, because a bit tricky for SK to try and figure out exactly where to put their men. Fallen not flashed, but hitting or missing the shot there. That's really uncharacteristic. Bit of a chance for Device to take down Phelps, but he was hiding in a good position. So with 25 seconds, the bomb is going to be going down. Everything is on the line here, and I would say Kjaerbye's been playing quite well in the second half. I think now is the chance for him to step it up 100% and come back in it.
Due to his positioning, he is always so long to rotate over. But at least Phelps and Taco are waiting, and they're going to move together through as a unit. That's exactly what you need to do here. You've got the 3, move together, stay tight, Cold, watching to make sure nobody can flank from behind. He's keeping an eye on the site itself as Phelps and Taco move in as a duo. Kjaerbye hits the shot, but that gives fight. Still, Kjaerbye can continue to hit the shots. Yes, he can, of course. 3 headshots for him, locks it down for Astralis, and they come right back into it after the glitch in the matrix of the last round, Anders. Astralis set things right. 14-8.
Time for a bit of a deep breath here, I think. Timeout being called for. This is a great setup. There was another problem here for SK, which is even if Kjaerbye only gets the 2 kills, they don't have a smoke to lure Sip in from Banana, right? So they had to sort of try and defuse out in the open, which is never good fun. But yeah, what a remarkable triple for him. Really, really stepped it up in the second half here, Kjaerbye. And does come alive for them right here. So now the gap is down to 6 rounds. Just 6 rounds. Sounds like a lot, but... And it would be a lot if all 6 rounds were rifle rounds for SK, you know. Then you would say, well, definitely that's going to be going in favor of the Brazilian side. But that's not going to be the case. And it's kind of the same dilemma that Astralis were just having on the CT side. Don't have money. You have to keep sort of ecoing or buying up a little bit. And if you just lose the wrong rounds, you're not going to have much of a chance here. I mean, in many ways, the second half has actually started off better for Astralis than it did for SK. Just in terms of Astralis winning the first 5 rounds, then losing 1, then winning the next. Cracking the SK economy.
Well, another round of eco. They certainly did crack the economy here. At least in the short term, SK Gaming are getting a bit of an experience. They feel now what Astralis did to them in the first half. And so now we get to see Astralis just kind of stroll through here in this round, or at least it should be the case. Just a little bit of damage.
Taco trying to see if he can make it out. It's a nice shot from Cold Sierra. Relentless in his pursuit for more kills. Oh my god! Another headshot coming in, taking down Sipnix. How does he even do it?
Not like this.
Exactly like this, Semler. Relentless Cold Sierra. 33 kills at the moment. Device and Glaive trying to keep it alive, but they have been completely shell-shocked by Cold Sierra. He's making a legendary name for himself and has been for a long time. Device and Glaive, you got to be wondering now, how can we stop this? We had everything going on in this round. We'd cracked their economy. We had everything working the right way.
This isn't over, Anders. They know that they're up against a hard eco pretty much. Apart from the D, there is a chance here. Fallen, though, catching Glaive sleeping. Just the right angle. They're going to try and peek them together. Exactly right. This is how you do it, SK, but you don't line up. Glaive sprays down 1, and Device can now break this back. No Kevlar means it's very difficult to take spray fights versus the machine guns, and very well played here by Astralis. Dueling up, although I speak too soon, Fur shows that he can op too. We've got Glaive on 7 HP, 1v1 versus Fur.
What the hell is this madness? Yep, gonna go straight for the plant, obviously. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Will he make enough noise? Glaive trying to get up on top of the fountain, making a bit. Fur coming in, looking to pre-fire the angle. In fact, did he get the headshot? Taking down Glaive. Absolutely remarkable, and he's gonna make a run. He doesn't have a kit.
Yeah.
This is a very bit of an overreach, I would say. Don't play any games now, Fur. It isn't worth it. Gonna have plenty of time with the defuse once he turns around. That's 15-8 here, favoring SK Gaming. And honestly, I mean, in that 2 versus 4, they had the bomb in boiler room. You know, they could have waited quite a while, I think, for Astralis to make it up. The fact that they were fighting in middle was risky, very risky.
But the way they did it, that's the thing. The way they did it, going together as a group, all 4, strength in numbers, right? It's so hard in CS:GO to do that. Get multiple spray downs unless they line up to get multiple spray downs against P250s. P250s do so much damage. So do Deagles.
Oh, I mean,
he is so nuts. Cold is just unreal. If you're SK, you've got to be so happy right now that he is really in peak performance for the major. You could be thinking maybe he has an off time, right? You guys have been on the road for more than a month now, you know, just attending back-to-back tournaments. Cold can have an off day. And Cold, this is why he's nicknamed the Terminator.
It's just beautiful to watch, isn't it? Like,
he just never stops.
Have to appreciate that level. 15-8. Astralis need just casually 7 rounds on the road to fight for overtime. Just all they need. A tough ask right now. Double orb is what they're up against. Cold Sierra has one of them. 33-10. That's a kill death ratio. Please. But they might be onto something here, though.
Yeah, the cascade.
Yeah, because Taco's the only one here with the M4. That's not going to be too easy to hold. There's finally a bit of a rotation coming in with Taco standing up, getting one, and then getting shut down right afterwards.
Ah, but the headshot. Oh, it oversits? No, somehow it doesn't connect with Zipnix. Good communication there. Phelps quick to react on Taco's information that somebody got dinked in that pit, but it's not going to be that. Instead, it's a man advantage. They're going to have to do this the hard way here, SK Gaming, because the afterplants are pretty decent here for Astralis. 2 guys in pit to cover both angles, and the man on site to set up the crossfire.
Kebu even has a Molotov that he just put out, so that's going to buy even more time here. And SK might want to think about whether or not they want to keep doing this, just because they have so much room to work with. They are actually going to go for the retake, even though it's a bit late here, running right in, Fallen picking up the kill, and Cold Sierra with a shot on Sip, shutting it down and winning against Astralis on Inferno, 16-8 with Cold Sierra dropping ridiculously 35 kills in 1 game.